I think the power of social media is amazing. You get a lot of eyeballs. It can help you sell. It can help you learn. It can help you create relationships that are meaningful, impactful. And that's why I come and network at these shows, because these things are important.
Get ready for a new episode of KP Talks Dollars and Cents. Learn financial literacy and get real-time updates on all things housing, finance, and real estate. So let's get started. Here's your host, Kevin Perenio.
Hey, it's KP coming to you live from LA Live. I'm here at the L1 Summit Lenders 1 with the JW Marriott downtown. It's just a little after 1 a.m. I got here last night. We had an advisory board dinner. It was very cool, led by Justin Tamola, Trish Migliazzo, two gentlemen from Altisource, all the way in from Luxembourg. And then I had to get up after the opening session this morning and get out to Corona, drive an hour inland for my senior management meeting all damn day. And I just got back. About to walk in the lobby, and I don't know if there's anybody here or not. Gotta hope not. I don't want to run into anybody. We got breakfast in the morning, sessions starting at 8. I got meetings all day, lots of stuff going on. Okay, we're good. Big, busy week. Beautiful hotel, by the way. As crazy as it is outside in LA. But lots of great meetings going on. This panel session, our own Robin Clayton is doing a session on social media and compliance tomorrow. I think I've got one in the afternoon. So should be pretty jam-packed day. Okay, let's go on the markets. Now, it's a big government week, right? So we've got Chair Powell testifying on the Hill. He's to the Senate Banking Committee, I believe, Finance and Banking Committee. Could be market moving. It's jobs week, jobs opening, labor turnover report. You get your quit rate, see how much, how many jobs are open, they're out there. ADP payroll, big number. And of course, Friday, you get the Bureau of Labor Statistics jobs report. And that is for the jobs created in the month of February. Estimates to be like 200,000. I think the ADP is like 150,000. I believe I saw that checking out Barry Habib's videos. So yeah, it's a huge jobs week. I mean, this data is important. Is the rally exhausted and the stock market? One of my stock subscription services, this is very interesting. They follow time and how the markets have timing and time cycles. It's called WD-GAN. Look up GANN. It's very interesting conceptually. And this guy's a technical trader, and he talks about how markets just work on time cycles. And but isn't that true in life? I mean, whether it's the Jewish lunar calendar or we can get pagan, we can talk about solstice, and we all have our cycles, right? So, timing in life is very interesting. You talk about Fibonacci levels. Dan and Barry Habib talk about Fibonacci retracement levels all the time in technical trading. It's in nature. If you look at Fibonacci, look up Fibonacci, you could see, how plants grow, flowers bloom, and it actually applies to the stock market, mortgage-backed securities, treasury, bond trading, data that impacts human nature. So not trying to get all weird on you because I'm here in LA, just saying this stock market rally seems like it's a little exhausted, right? And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not responsible for your losses, only your profits. But it's been ripping. And how much further can it go? I don't know. I'm not going to take a guess, but it's just interesting to hear one of my stock subscription services. It's usually pretty good at nailing some wins, saying that this week marks an inflection point in the market and how it will behave. Earnings season's over, largely. There's only a few companies left to report. I mean, literally like less than 20, and most stock earnings reports were beats by an average of 7% or more, and so we have basically a whole full. There was someone from Britain I don't know where they were, but they just interrupted my video, so I apologize. There's going to be a little break in this video. Those two are not sober. But I did recommend they go find an Asian karaoke bar, because those are typically the only places you can drink after 1 in LA. Anyway, so PMI services this week, big inflation data, obviously jobs report, humongous inflation data. It's still like the talk of the town. But having said that, locks are up, pipelines are up, things are growing. We had our senior management meeting today, to talk about ways to improve our platform. And I know a lot of companies out there working on their business. That's why we're here at this Lenders One Summit, trying to work on our business here. We've got a lot of travel coming up. It's going to be a crazy month. I'm basically on the road every single week. So I'm going to try and cut this video short. I thought it was pretty interesting, though. Couple nuggets that maybe I could throw out there. Credit card debt is up big time. It grew like 4% at the end of Q3 in 2023. That's the fastest and largest growth in a quarter. Something like 18 consecutive quarters of credit card consumer debt. That's great for our business. We can, offer cash out refinances and home equity strategy. Tap into the equity. So much tappable equity in all these homes. Help these people manage their debt, because there's a lot of it out there. Our government debt, okay, still growing. Fed balance sheet, it's coming down a little bit, shrinking. But, those are challenges that we're going to continue to watch. Super Tuesday later today. I guess we'll finally see who's going to be on the ballot for both parties. Will a third party emerge and come in and wreak havoc on the election? Government shutdown. It was averted last week, but only by a week. So we have to pass another continuing resolution. Will a full budget get passed? It's a very exciting week. Lots of data going on. Tons of stuff. We're at this beautiful place. Time to call it a night. I'll get back to you after the jobs report. Cheers. Hey, it's KP coming to you live from Culver City. It's been a while since I've done an update on some of these little side hustle projects that we started, a couple of years ago when the mortgage business was a little bit tough. Just trying to make ends meet over here. But the market is getting better. Pipelines are up. Locks are better. My partners, Britt and Jason, are hard at work. They've got multiple projects going. I'm very blessed and fortunate to be in on just a few more, 3 of them. I wanted to just talk about the power of social media and social selling. It's kind of a very interesting story. So just had a meeting here. I'm still at the Lenders One conference here. And this is Tuesday, right around sunset. And I'll probably air this video either tomorrow night or the next day. It's jobs week, lots going on. Jobs data was a little bit softer in the ISM report this morning. So you saw the 10-year treasury come down a little bit. So rates coming back down. They're still in this little range. They seem to be volatile based on, this data, that data. Anyway, let me get to my point about social selling. So this house, I'm gonna show you the house that we first completed together in Culver City. And we had some trouble getting it sold. This area, as you recall, has a lot of movie studios and production studios, Sony, Apple, Amazon, and there's a lot of that industry here. And so there was a writer's strike. If you guys remember, there was like a writer's strike. They're worried about AI taking over writing content, as they should be. But as soon as that strike was over, this place ended up selling, and we don't think it's coincident. But we had a couple potential buyers of the house, and here it is right here. If you remember that one, I'll get you a little closer look. We had a gentleman that was signing for the Lakers that looked at the house, but he wanted to rent for 3 months and then potentially buy. And so we liked the idea of selling to a Laker. We thought there's some cachet there. But we also felt that a used house, if he didn't buy, we didn't feel it would sell. So we went with a different buyer and offer on this house. And they ended up having fraudulent funds, proof of funds. Here's the house. This is the one we built. Jason and Britt, still beautiful. I don't know who's in there. I'm not going to go peek in there. But the other offer was like a fraudulent transaction that my partner Britt called the bank. The proof of funds was from Starlight Bank in Texas, an oil and gas bank, and my partner Britt called the bank, said, hey, does this person have an account? The president of the bank called her back and said, yeah, this person does have an account here. So it worked out really good. So wait, it's okay. No worries. I've almost been hit by a car in these videos. Dogs are okay. Chestnut almost ate me. So we were a little frustrated because we weren't able to get that house sold. And so this is the power of social media. This is what I'm getting at. So my business partner, the husband and wife, Britt and Jason, Britt was also the listing agent. So it's a little touchy subject, hey, Britt, your broker's not helping you. You're not getting the marketing support. We all know how powerful marketing support is in your database and getting the word out, communicating is in sales and social selling. I said, you know what? Maybe you should go work with, someone else. Why don't you call the freaking Altman brothers? Now, I've never seen a single show of theirs. I don't watch TV. It's not my thing. But I knew who they are. I'm not an idiot. Like, I know what's, popular, right? And so she did. She called them. And they walked the house. And I just had a chance to meet with this guy, Tommy, who works with the Altman brothers. And he was part of the group that came in and helped sell our house in like a few weeks. It was amazing. So anyway, I think the power of social media is amazing. You get a lot of eyeballs. It can help you sell. It can help you learn. It can help you create relationships that are meaningful, impactful. And that's why I come and network at these shows, because these things are important. By the way, this is the fourplex. If you remember, we have this other one on the street. This is a fourplex that we are going to rebuild. And then at the back there, we're going to put 2 ADUs. Remember, this is the one with the lot that goes all the way to the back. So pretty big lot. I'm going to walk back down the street. Hopefully I don't get eaten by Chestnut again. By the way, Chestnut was the little dog, and it nipped at my ankle. She had a bigger dog that just at face value would have been the one you would be more afraid of. But, never judge a book by its cover. Okay, so tomorrow is a job opening labor turnover report. By the time this video airs, it may have already been out. So what is informational about that is how many job openings there are, what is the quit ratio. A sign of a healthy economy is you can quit and there's a job waiting for you whenever. And that quit rate is a very important metric, the turnover. Thank you for not killing me. And so that data is coming out. ADP numbers coming out. We also have the big one on Friday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the February jobs report, which, as we know, is more like the last half of January and the first half of February. That's about all they can collect the data. So there's wage inflation data in there, wage growth, which is important. I want to talk about one other thing too before I get to this last house. I'm going to show you the one we have under construction over here. So owner's equivalent rent, like, what is that? Okay, why is CPI? Why was the January consumer price index so high? One big component of it is OER, owner's equivalent rent. Now, it's a very interesting statistic, and I read this whole Axios article about it today. And owner's equivalent rent is basically, if you own a house, what could you rent it for if you rented it out? Now, the way that data is collected is kind of wonky. Like, kind of the most, like, real quick way to say it is like, it's whatever you say in the survey when they call you. Now, I'm sure there's better ways of, getting that data. It's kind of flippant for me to say it that way. But this is why that number was so high in January. The Bureau of Labor Statistics actually came out and said that the way they calculate that data, they changed the weighting and the metric. Now, this is how it is. Literally, I read this whole article about it, and it's a big deal. So instead of being like 0.3 or 0.4%, owner's equivalent rent was 0.6% up in 1 month. Okay, when new rents are going down. So OER was going up, OER equivalent rent was going up. New rents, if you just ask what new rentals are going for, was going down. Why was there that divergence? So what the Bureau of Labor Statistics did was they added a higher weighting to single family residences that you can rent. So if I'm going to rent this house right here, okay, it's probably more expensive than an apartment, a condo, a townhome. So single family rentals have a 5% higher weighting now in the OER number. So if that's going to be the case going forward, just playing with the numbers there, well, 28.6% of the CPI overall is owner's equivalent rent. So we might see a lot higher numbers just because of the way they rejiggered that weighting. Now, are they right to do that? I don't know. Are there a lot more single families being rented out? Maybe. I don't know. We're gonna check that out. Okay. So here's how this is 3 houses here. Okay. So this is our other one we're building. We just got framing, concrete. We got some steel, this bad boy. Now that's a property back there. And this is another one. This is 2 separate houses. So this group right here, this investment group, had 3 properties. They want to get rid of one. So we took it off their hands. And in return, my partner, Jason and Britt, said that they would help them with this house, give them guidance, maybe share some subs. And so basically, because if those houses look good, well, then of course the one that we're going to sell here will go across well. So here's the footprint. It's concrete, humongous steel beams, and there's an ADU in the back. So a lot of money. Just praying the economy stays good and people want to be in this market and take some risk and build another roof in America. There's an ADU in the back. We'll get back to some more updates. I'll probably post this either Wednesday, maybe during the day. I might do 3 videos this week. It's a big week. Cheers.
You've been listening to KP Talks Dollars and Cents, a top-rated show for those who want to learn about the economy and mortgage environment. Tune in each week for more episodes, and please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Kevin Perenio does not render or offer to render personalized investment or tax advice through KP Talks Dollars and Cents. The information provided is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial, tax, investment, or legal advice. For more info, follow KP Talks Dollars and Cents on all of our social channels.